Tower runway 2, wind 03018, runway 5, clear for takeoff.
Runway 5, clear for takeoff, caution away, clear 47.
Runway 2, clear for takeoff.
Runway 2, clear for takeoff, Aloha 23.
Clear 47, contact ATS departure.
Over departure, clear 47. Maui Tower, Blue 38 is 8 miles southeast of down. Alright, looks like I got Claire Nicholas in the front with me, is that right? I'm Richie, welcome aboard. You have a couple air conditioning vents there you can adjust. You got one over your head there, but this one's for me, okay? And we got Daryl and Lindsay. Aloha, I'm Richie, welcome aboard. You found your AC vents up there. Now we got Chelsea and Jesse with us. Aloha awina lao lekeke ko'o inoa pehe oe. That's Hawaiian for good afternoon. My name is Richie. If you can hear me, just smile. All right, nice smiles we got there. Have any of you been on a helicopter before? Some have, some haven't. Everybody got a safety briefing in the lobby? Excellent. First couple minutes of the flight, I won't be talking to you. I'll be busy talking to the control tower. Once we get clear of the airport traffic area, then I'll turn the intercom on, and I'll narrate the flight for you the whole time. You can see yourself on the monitor here. You're live on video. Everything you do will be held against you for use in the music. While we're making the video of the flight, you'll be in it. We have 3 outside cameras to catch all the action. All the music and narration will be on the video, too. We're ready to go. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. I'll be back on the air with them. We'll clear the airport. Meanwhile, I'll let you listen in on the tower frequency, so at least you know what's going on until I start the narration. And we'll be on our way. Tower Airspeed to half for Hawaii.
Airspeed, my tower departure on this, East runway 2, call westbound turn, cost with turbulence going 737 departed.
East to 2, you have the turn, caution wake Airspeed. Maritime, 1,000, home control, runway 2, echo.
1,000 mile tower, full weight turbulence going 737, departed 2 inches ago, wind 03019.
Home control, runway 2, 1,000.
Airspeed, westbound turn approved.
Airspeed.
here to warn you about tonight's cane fire. When I woke up this morning, I saw the cane was pushed to the ground. The helicopter's soaring, the guard was snooping around. Save the children, gotta move them before save time. To grab yours, all save time. I gotta pull them in time before the cane.
1000, we'll 2 Echo, clear for takeoff, approach your
Clear takeoff, approach 2 Echo, contact your reverse 110.
Airstream, identity altitude.
Airstream ident, bye-bye.
Airstream, ready to contact, Mom, half left Coffee Airport.
Airstream, thanks.
Won't let our money burn in the cane fire. Got 3 hungry babies and a ranch to be paid. Right before the harvest, this is no time for a raid. Save the children, gotta move them before save time. You grab yours, I'll save the children. I gotta pull them in time before the cane fire. I gotta warn you about the cane fire. Burn, burn, burning from the cane fire. Gotta save
Blue 55, my tower, squawk 0303, say altitude.
Squawk 0303, 2,100 descending.
All 1000, start your left turn.
Clear track 110.
Taxi 46, my tower, 102018, 23, runway 2, clear for takeoff.
Runway 2, clear for takeoff, Alaska 846. Cherokee 90 Tango East San Texas.
Blue 55, ready to contact 90 miles southeast Coffee Airport, 90 pad on wrist, Mini runway 2. All 1000, contact ETA departure.
Correct, departure 110, ready.
Runway 259 Tango, 9 tower, traffic departing. Runway 2 at Echo, taxi via Echo.
2 Echo via Echo 90 Tango.
Airstream, radar service to terminators, squawk CFR, free change proof.
Airstream, thanks, see ya. Okay, back on the air. We are getting a little ways away from the airport traffic area now. We're westbound on the North Shore, on our 1,300 feet, right now doing about 125 miles an hour. You see the road just above the cliff. You can drive around this end of the island going northwestbound to Lahaina. That road's paved the whole way, but it takes a couple hours to get to Lahaina on that road. 2 reasons why. One reason is the curves. That slows you down. But also there are sections of that road that's only as wide as one car. So some places you actually have to back up to let traffic go by, but it's paved the whole way. We'll make a left turn, head right up into the valley now. The valley that we're headed up into is called Waihe'e. Waihe'e in Hawaiian means slippery water. The valley got that name because we get so much rain in here that moss grows on the rocks, making it slippery to walk on the hike up here. We'll have a perfect view of the tallest waterfall on mountain straight ahead of us, the back of this little side canyon. The waterfall up there plunges 1,250 feet to the bottom. head further to the back of the valley now. Here on up, the only way to see this part of the valley is by helicopter. You were hiking down there. The waterfalls are just too tall to climb over to get this far back. So we'll go to the very back wall, the back right-hand corner of the valley over there, which is called the Wall of Tears. It's called that because the waterfalls that we'll see back there, they don't flow from the top of the mountain. Instead, they come right out of holes in the porous lava rock. So it gives the appearance as though the mountain was weeping or crying. And that is how he got the name of the Wall of Tears, straight ahead. Perfect view this afternoon, all the way to the back of Waihehe Valley and the Wall of Tears. Just think, everybody, this is where the stream begins, with the water flowing right out of the rock. We call this mountain range Westbound. It is the second wettest spot in the whole world, too. You get over 450 inches of rain a year on the top of the mountain. The wettest spot in the whole world, that would be the island of Kauai. Now, I think it's over 600 inches of rain a year. We're number 2. However, we were the wettest spot in the world one time, 1980. It was a very wet year. 1980, we got over 600 inches of rain on the mountain. That's the only recorded time in history that Maui was the wettest spot in the whole world. West Valley supplies most of the island of Maui with its drinking water supply too. About a half mile downstream, there's a small dam located down there. They actually divert the stream that goes through the mountain through a tunnel to the county water system from way up here in the valley. That's a lot of water flowing down the stream right now. All of that cannot go into the little tunnel. So whatever can't go in the tunnel, it'll just overflow the little dam and go back to the stream and out to the ocean. We'll go back down to the coast and we'll follow the cliffs as we head to the island of Molokai. And you get some more views of the road. Head to the left down there as it winds its way through the gulches and the ravines on its way to Lahaina. As we go offshore here, it will descend down to about 800 feet along the cliff. So these are actually the tallest sea cliffs on the island of Maui. Up ahead there, it'll top out at about 600 feet. But hey, we'll be looking at the tallest seacliffs in the whole world, the North Shore of Molokai, where they plunge over 3,000 feet straight down. There's a single house on the top of the last peak way over there, surrounded by some pine trees right on the edge. Beautiful view from that home, but unfortunately no one lives in it anymore. That particular home there belonged to a chronic sleepwalker, but she's gone now. It's such a lame joke, I know. It's so lame somebody wrote in the iPad guest book in the lobby. They said I should write a book of dad jokes because they're so funny. And a new comment last week, somebody said, oh yeah, your jokes are so corny they need butter. I hadn't heard that one before. Now the return flight will be flying along the same coast facing the other way. So when we do that, then we'll have the same view on the right side as we're getting on the left side at the moment. The knob-shaped mountain peak coming up next is Kahakuloa Point. When we pass that peak, we will get a good look at Kahakuloa Village. Let's say that you decided to drive around the side of Maui. When you pass through Kahakuloa Village, and you would know you're about halfway around the drive to Lahaina. This is also referred to as King Kahekili's Leap. That's because King Kahekili, he would cliff dive off lower sections of that pinnacle before going to battle as a sign of bravery to inspire his warriors. You see the little village down in the valley there now, getting the halfway mark to line. Straight ahead, the end of the island up there, Nakaleli Point. There's a blowhole located at Nakaleli Point. Blowhole, that's just a hole in that just started. It's a hole in the lava rock formed when the lava flowed out into the ocean, left a hole in the puka in it. When the tide's high enough and the big swells come in, forces the water through the puka, and it can spout like 100 feet in the air. But of course it depends on how high the tide is and how big the waves are. People park their cars along the road above the blowhole, hike down to it. They like to stand around it and get sprayed by ocean water for free. Probably the cheapest form of Maui entertainment. There's people standing around it now. Just spun it just a little bit. The ocean's pretty calm today, even though the tide is high, but it's spouting. Just wait for it to blow again. There you go. When we come back this way, I'll put it on the right side, but right now we'll begin our journey across the channel to the island of Molokai. A little more than 8 miles across the channel here at Nakaleli Point on Maui behind us to Kipalava, northeast tip of Molokai, straight ahead of us there. Name of the channel, this is called the Pailolo Channel. In Hawaiian, Pailolo means crazy fisherman. Hawaiians named it that because they thought anybody would have to be crazy to go fishing in this channel. That's because this particular channel can get extremely rough very quickly and without any warning. As far as the depth of the channel, it doesn't really get that deep, at least relatively speaking. Maximum depth of the Pailolo Channel just a little over 800 feet deep. Does 800 sound deep to everybody? You know, if we made a right turn and went that way about 2 miles, it would drop to 18,000 feet deep. And that's because there are no islands or landmass to the north of us, so this kind of makes 800 sound a little bit shallow when we compare the two. Well, the island of Molokai is the 5th largest Hawaiian island. It covers 260 square miles. It's 38 miles long and 10 miles wide at the widest point. Population of Molokai, just a little over 7,000 people, but it has the highest percentage of people with Hawaiian blood. My mother-in-law is pure Hawaiian, makes my wife here half Hawaiian, makes our kids quarter Hawaiian. But our grandkids are actually more than that because my sons-in-laws are 3/4 Hawaiian. But you don't come across very many pure Hawaiians anymore. So we're directly at Turtle Rock. Picture the small rock coming out of the ocean is the head of the turtle. And the large rock is the back shell with the flipper extending towards us. When we come back from Molokai, pass it on the other side, it'll take on a different animal shape, but right now it looks like the sea turtle or the hono. The beautiful green pasture lies up on top of Cape Palava along the Pu'u'ohoku Ranch. Several cattle ranches located on Molokai. So we're going to fly over the ranch and then above Halava Valley. Halava Valley is the very first place settled by the Hawaiians, who were the Polynesians that came here from the Marquesas Islands. They settled Halava Valley back in 650 AD. Once Molokai was settled, then they went to the other islands after that. There's a road comes all the way out here to Halava Valley. That road comes from the town of Molokai, which is about 30 miles to the left of us. The road follows the coastline the whole way till it gets to the ranch. When the moment ahead to the left, you'll see the road along the coast, cross to the ranch in front of us, and then we'll go way over there, zigzag back and forth down the steep valley wall until it ends at the bottom of Halava Valley. You cannot drive beyond that point simply because at that point you'd be at the tallest sea cliffs in the whole world, and actually there was no rooms out there at all. We are over Pu'u'ohoku Ranch now. Pu'u'ohoku in Hawaiian means Hill of Stars. We're coming up on beautiful Halava Valley now. Again, the first settlement is in this valley. To the right side, two beautiful beaches down there at the entrance of the valley, and that's where the road ends. And to the left, they have quite a bit of water coming down from Halava Falls right now. Of course, the only thing keeping those waterfalls flowing is runoff rainwater from the forest above it. And often we'll see people swimming in the very bottom pond down there, because you can actually hike to that pond from the coast. Nobody down there right now. We're out of here, we'll go straight out to the North Shore now. We get a look at the tallest sea cliffs in the whole world, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. Coming up on the tallest sequence in the whole world right now. On the left, you're looking at 38 miles all the way to the end of the island. On the right. Okay, so what would go really good with the tallest sequence in the whole world, maybe like the tallest waterfall in Hawaii? Straight ahead, we'll see it here in a moment. Plunges 1,749 feet to the bottom of the valley ahead of us.
Breaking through the clouds, a feeling you've known before. Mountains in the sea, held captive in timeless lore. Island in your eyes, paradise, calling you, calling me. Hawaii. Maile holds her breath, warm winds gently touch her soul. Sunshine from the heart, descending in magic. Island in your eyes, paradise, calling you, calling me. Hawaii. With you.
Everybody still doing good? All right, we're going to go further to the west here. We're heading towards a valley called the Wailau Valley. People from Molokai, they will launch a small boat from Halava Valley. They'll go along the coastline here until they reach Wailau Valley, the Black Sand Beach. They'll drop people off in the valley. People will go camping and fishing for days at a Just on the other side of the little ridge that juts out, when we pass it, we'll see some little camps set up on the Black Sand Beach. You can see the blue tubs and tents there. There's here the little shack moving further up to the valley. So the only way to get to those camps is by boat. That goes for most of this coastline here is only accessible by boat. We're going to reverse course just ahead here, head back the other way. You're going to see light green trees scattered all over the mountainside here. You'll see these light green trees all over Hawaii. It's a state tree, kukui nut, also known as candle nut. It's called candle nut because the Hawaiians use the oil from the kukui nut to burn in their stone lamps for light. People polish a large black nut, they're about that big, they grow pretty leaves out of that. Most people don't know that it's also an excellent laxative, so don't eat too many. It's a very multi-purpose nut. We'll pass by Wailau Valley again and the Black Sand Beach, a little camp set up down there. The main economy of Molokai used to be the pineapple industry. So there used to be a huge pineapple plantation located on the southwest end of the island owned by the old pineapple company, but it closed down. What happened was, foreign imported pineapples became cheaper than the ones growing here on the plantation, so it forced the plantation out of business. When the plantation was closing, Molokai Ranch built a hotel on the west end of the island. They were hoping to provide jobs for the people that were losing their pineapple jobs. My wife and I stayed at that hotel a couple times. It was a small Sheraton. Nice place, but man, it was out in the middle of nowhere. And the beach wasn't even good for swimming, so the hotel was never very busy, so it closed down. Surprisingly, most people on Molokai were not disappointed when the hotel closed because most people that live here, they don't want any kind of development at all, even if it means the loss of jobs. They just want to keep the island the way that it is. So because of that desire and the loss of the pineapple jobs, unfortunately Molokai has the highest unemployment rate of any island. Beautiful place to live, but if you were to move here, you wouldn't be able to find any work. I have at least 24 friends born and raised here on Molokai that moved to Maui to find employment and also to be able to buy a home too. Now sometimes we see the mountain goats out here on steep cliffs. Molokai has wild goats, wild pigs, bighorn sheep, and even deer hunting. You're probably as happy as I am that there are no snakes in the whole state of Hawaii. Unless you count lawyers, then there's thousands, otherwise there's no snakes. Let's say you were hiking somewhere in Hawaii and you thought you got lost. Don't panic. It's pretty hard to get lost hiking in Hawaii. You don't even use a compass here. You only have to remember one simple thing. Just keep moving downhill. Eventually, you'll fall off the island somewhere. bunch of goats, black ones right there. Hiking out of the mountains, you don't want to follow a stream, though. The problem with that, eventually you're going to encounter a waterfall that'll be too tall to climb down, and once you did climb down, you probably can't go back up, so then you'd be stuck at the bottom of the big gulch. You wouldn't be able to go anywhere. Not to worry, instead you just follow the ridges, because the ridges almost always go to the coast.
Listen to the whispering wind of the island. Come and hear the voice.
Nice get out from offshore, looking back up into Halama Valley where the first settlement was. So the days of the early Hawaiians, there were over 5,000 people living in the valley then. Today there's not even a dozen people living there. But there's a logical reason for that, because the valley still doesn't have electricity. Most people don't want to live without electricity nowadays. We're going to leave the Friendly Isle behind us now. That's Molokai's nickname, the Friendly Isle. Every island has a nickname. Maui's nickname is the Valley Isle.
Listen to the whispering wind of the island. Come and hear the voices of a pristine sea.
We'll pass by Turtle Rock again, this time on the north side of it. We'll just look at the large rock. The small rock won't be part of the picture this time. We'll begin just to beam it and begin to pass it. It'll change shape, and this time it'll look like an elephant laying down on its right side. So the tail of the elephant is towards us. And the back of the elephant curving up around to the front left where the head and the trunk will be at. So it was a turtle, now it's an elephant. Pretty cool. As we head across the channel to Maui Valley Isle, looking across the channel to the right, about 10 miles to the little island of Lanai over there. Lanai's nickname is the Pineapple Isle. It got that nickname because Lanai, it had a huge pineapple plantation out at Molokai Pineapple Company. It closed down shortly after Molokai did for the same economic reasons. But they did things differently out of Lanai, though. When the plantation was closing, they built two beautiful resorts over there. One at Manele Bay had a beautiful beach, and the other resort up in the town in Lanai City. Both of those resorts have been very successful in providing jobs to the people there that lost their pineapple job. Pretty small population to provide jobs for, though. When I was in high school, population of the entire island of Lanai was just barely at 2,000 people. Now we're talking more than 50 years later, the population of Lanai is just barely at only 3,000. They only gained 1,000 people over a period of 50 years. Everybody knows everybody on that little rock. Maui is the second largest Hawaiian island. It covers 728 square miles. It's 48 miles long. The narrowest part of the island of Maui is the Central Valley, so like from the airport we took off up to the South Shore, it's only 7 miles across the middle there. Maui is bigger than the island of Oahu, though, and just think Oahu, they have 10 times their population, over 1 million people there. versus about 145,000 on Maui. And that is one of many reasons that we use the local expression Maui no Ka'oi, which means Maui's the best of all. And it is. Maui has been voted the best island in the world the past 15 years in a row now. Because Buddhist Maui 1966, I was 13 years old. The population at that time was only 30,000. There were only 3 hotels on the island. Not a single condo had been built yet. We only had 3 traffic light signals on Maui. All 3 were in the town of Wailuku, and they turned those off on Saturday and Sunday because there was no traffic. Hard to imagine things being that slow. So in those days, everybody worked in agriculture. We had 5 sugar mills operating and 3 pineapple canneries. So we worked in the cannery or a mill in the fields. That trend has flip-flopped now. The plantations have all closed down. So there are no more sugar mills or pineapple canneries. 90% of Maui's jobs today are visitor jobs. The big line is.
Elekia e oniapa, enakini e
So we're coming up on Nakareli Point again where the blowhole's at. We'll pass it with it on the right side this time. Maybe we'll get some action on it. If you decide to drive out here one day and hike down to it, just don't get too close to it. Last year this guy got too close and fell in the blowhole. And of course he did not survive that ordeal. You can see all the cars along the road above it there.
Ai mua e nā pōki, hai nui ka vai awa a e mu ka lana ki lahe, e na kini o ka aina e na mamo o Hawaii nei, e ala mai I ka lawe.
We're just coming to beat it down. The puddles of water there. Just one of the big waves at the bottom. That's the spot right there. Now, you know there are hundreds of ferocious wild pigs up here in the rainforest. I know that because my father-in-law was one of the best-known wild boar hunters on the island. Hunted wild pigs his whole life. His father was a hunter before him. He taught me to hunt. I hunted with him for about 25 years. Biggest wild pig we ever caught weighed over 350 pounds. And one had 3.5-inch tusks. That's one of the boards up there. So you can hunt pigs all year round every day. No limit on the pig hunting. They did that because they've been trying to eradicate wild pigs since I was a little kid, but that's not working too well. They just keep multiplying everywhere. Just ahead where the rock fingers jut out in the ocean, there's some beautiful tide pools in the rocks. People call these the olivine pools. They're like 10 to 15 feet deep. You park along the road that area, hike down and swim in that. At the same time, to swim in the tide pool would be low tide, small waves, which is kind of right now. There's a bunch of people in the segment to the last one. Come on the rocks under the water. If you wanted to find these tide pools, once you pass through the little village of Kahakaloa, maybe another 8 minutes driving, and you'll see signs on the road. The signs actually say, do not go down there, but that's where you go, where the signs say don't go. Smile for the camera, buddy. Aloha. Hope everyone had a great time. Hope you have a great time here. It's time to get to visit our beautiful island. I guess I'm just stuck here the rest of my life. Another tough day at the office. I want to thank each of you for choosing to fly with their mind today. Certainly do appreciate your business. Without you, we would not get to do what we love to do. So big mahalo. The mountain range to our right, we're there at the beginning of the Clyde westbound. is considered to be an extinct volcano, so not possible for it to erupt again. Unlike Haleakala on the other side of the island, which is a dormant volcano, so it could erupt again today. The only active volcano in all of Hawaii, of course, is on the Big Island, Kilauea volcano. I got to call the control tower. I'll be talking to them from now until touchdown. Touching down in about 4 minutes, and then I'll talk to you again when we get on the ground. I try to see I'm still right 8600 for that.
Airstream Maritime score 0350.
0350.
Flight 205, turn left on Alpha, cross runway 5, taxi departing this frequency. Left turn on Alpha, cross 5 with you, into the gate American 205. Airstream ready to contact 5 miles northwest Kahu Airport, main west runway 2 final inbound.
Yes, 2 final, Airstream will go.
So 37 mile tower, runway 5, taxi Foxtrot, change by frequency 118.7.
Airstream, I'd like to make one turn over Waihu on the way up.
Airstream, Brutus request.
Airstream.
Clear 37, runway 5, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff runway 5, coming out 37. Well, this is my last flight today, so usually on my last flight, I fly over my house and my wife knows that I'm done work. So she'll come out and wave at us. Straight ahead at the end of this cul-de-sac, right up alongside this hill, there's a white truck or something in the driveway there, the cul-de-sac. There, she's in the backyard there. With my great-granddaughter waiting. Now my neighbors know I've done work too. Airstream inbound now.
Airstream, pass southwest runways for the hat, 98 hat on risk.
South runways for the hat, Airstream down.
Clear 37, contact 80 at departure.
Departure, Clear 37.
Information Bravo, current 103.014, altimeter 29901, number 25 in use, Emirates update 4 valid. Number 3 Golf Golf, turn right, echo, taxi departure. Roger, Echo parking, 213 Golf Golf.
Where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I?
Maui Tower, 1326, checking in McGregor with level. 1326 Maui Tower, runway 2, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 2, 1326.
Watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful.
Alright, mahalo nui loa. Hui ho, malama pono. Take off your headset, safety belt while waiting for the ground crew. Thank you, everybody.
And I see clouds away.